So has it in the corner. Pass to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 5. No good with the triple.
Pekovic might be the strongest player in the league. 6'11", 285, power lifter's physique. It's impossible to do it once he gets position.
Back to Young. Rubio outside. Outside Martin. Dish now to Pekovic. And a foul called on the shot. Got it on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Pekovic doesn't give up ground defending on the block part. Not a big leaper or shot blocker, but he uses his size as well.
Well, he's like a block of concrete when you look at his body, and you're not moving that guy. That's a pretty good combination.
Now here's Dragic. That's good. Tucker's got his first bucket of the game. He's on the board for 3.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And it's Rubio penetrating. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Dragic the pass to Tucker. Dragic dishes to Morris. Back to Dragic. From outside, off the mark. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And finished off by Martin.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to talk with Flip Saunders for a minute. He said that one of the challenges they're very conscious of in this matchup is scoring despite the shot blocking. He said, jumpers like to jump, so we've got to show them some pump fakes, get them up in the air, and that should allow us to get to the line or create easier looks inside. Kevin, we'll see how it works.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, you know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority of the scout. There's a team this good defensively. You're thinking about how we need to attack. Then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
Minnesota is in a difficult spot as the road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season.
Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. Morris with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe. The feed to Tucker. From downtown. Wiggins with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. He left him wide open.
Shot is off.
It would have been fun to see him pull it off, but they really need the points here. Just put it in the basket.
Plumlee in the post. Covered by Pekovic. Morris passes to Plumlee. Morris dishes to Dragic. Here's Plumlee. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Nikola Pekovic. Miles Plumlee's team buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana. The Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scola trade without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because it fits right into what they're trying to do. Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fella.
Dragic kicks it to Tucker. Tries from the block. Back to Dragic. Thomas against Rubio. Unloads from 9. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And the Suns' top draft pick, Alex Len, dealt with ankle issues last season. That being the case, how big was Plumlee for him? He's a big-time glass hitter inside and above the rim finisher to help force the D to collapse. He's a guy that I think has tremendous upside, extremely athletic for a front court player.
Timberwolves trail. Rubio with it. Now Thomas to Rubio. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first.
Conley still working to expand his skill set, but you won't find any seven-footers who can uncork a 40-inch vertical lead. His athleticism sets him apart.
Now here is Martin. And that one's good.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them. They're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots. All of a sudden, you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Phoenix making some changes. Alex Len's checked in for Plum. Goran comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for Goran Dragic. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Anthony Bennett's checked in for Young. Brewer comes in for Wiggins. J.J. Barea is checked in for Kevin Martin. And it's Williams in for Ricky Rubio. Green kicks to Warren. Latrey. And Gerald Green with the three.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter. And they gave up the three.
Difícil poner aquí, bajar un poco los gráficos. Opciones.
Pointer.
Williams up on top. He's guarded by Thomas. Bennett inside. He's against Morris. And Tang gets it to go.
The lead changes hands once again. There's been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball team, that's for sure.
Now, here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. This one for three. Barea pulls it in. Outside Williams. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching. The Timberwolves, guys.
Defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot. A hand up on every shot.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, J.J. Barea is out there with Mo Williams. And there's Bekovic, and it's Corey Brewer. And it's Bennett in a four-man position. Brewer passes it to Williams. Shot clock at 6. That drops. Williams has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Minnesota.
But that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. Force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively. He's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim. Phoenix Suns franchise with the fourth best winning percentage in NBA history. I should have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
When you look at the Suns 2 seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season in 1968.
And at that time, their third straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s.
Tough last year, you're right.
Every once in a while, they show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Levine. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Dragic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring zone for the Timberwolves.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Young's checked in for Bennett, and Wiggins is subbed in for Mo Williams.
Well, that's a problem he has, not being able to knock down that open jumper. It happens far too often.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And a change for the Timberwolves. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Brewer. Dragic again, Smart. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Like they could get anything to fall in the first quarter, so starting to turn here in the second.
And looking up in a big way, partner. They've more than made up for their poor shooting early.
Here is Tolliver. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Tucker, defended by Young. Dragic dishes to Tolliver. Dragic kicks to Morris. Fires from 18. No good from Dragic. For Minnesota, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
It seems there's something about left. I mean, whether it's Ginobili, James Harden, or the Dragon, that's Goran Dragic. Defenders seem to have a tough time getting on that left hand of those kinds of players. Don't typically adjust well to keeping those guys out of the game.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. Stayed with that play from start to finish.
Phoenix has gotten fewer than half of their 3 pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, you have to love that Goran Dragic is known as, quote, the Dragon. He said, when I was first in Phoenix, no one could pronounce my last name, so Steve Nash started calling me by that nickname. At the same time, the logo of my home city is a dragon, so it's a perfect fit. I'm really proud of my country, and I'm proud to represent the Dragon. Kevin?
Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia, his hometown, a beautiful city. Been there many times. Thanks, Doris. The Suns making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ricky Rubio comes in for Levine.
And Dragic, a great slasher, just 6'3", but he does a terrific job of finishing deep contact and around bigger defenders. Not a big-time dunker, but he uses his quickness to get to the rim.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Bledsoe passes to Morris. Bledsoe kicks to Plumlee. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And Dragic can certainly score the basket. But he's also a playmaker.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's an excellent pick and roll operator, whether scoring or finding a teammate out of the pick and roll.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Phoenix. Thomas comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Suns trailing. Thomas goes in. Dishes to Plumlee. It's the layup after the sweep. Fake to freeze the D. Plumlee's got 5 points in the quarter. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Thomas against Rubio. Now Wiggins back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Can't connect from short range.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Dragic dishes to Plumlee. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Goran Dragic, nicknamed Goji, grew up in Slovenia. Mom played hoops. Dad played soccer.
said, Steve, that the soccer background may have helped his football.
I think that's true in almost every case, Kevin. When you see a former soccer player on the basketball court, it's not just the footwork, but it's the vision, it's the anticipation. I think the game really translates. You saw it with Steve Nash and Tony Kukoc, and see it with Dragic now.
And it's good.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
Here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Warren the pass to Thomas. Out to the wing. It's tipped. Here's Young. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive.
And the first half ends in a close. Start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Minnesota in the lead. Well, the Phoenix Suns, really one of the surprise teams last season. Expected to vie for the worst record in the league. They were a playoff contender in the brutal Western Conference.
Yeah, quite remarkable job Jeff Hornacek did. And you have to give a lot of credit to not only Hornacek, but also to some player acquisitions they made to move that team right on the verge of being a playoff team.
Hudson is joined in the backcourt by Dragic. Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. And it's Tucker and it's Petrusa. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And Pekovic kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The drive by Rubio. Here's Pekovic. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. Suns trailed by 5.
And for Coach Hornacek with the Suns, oversaw a drastic improvement at both ends of the floor. The second worst offense and the 8th worst defense 2 seasons ago. Around the top 10 in both categories last year.
Clock at 6. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Billy's the long-range jump. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
You know, even though he doesn't really have a long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, the Suns are the talk of the valley, but that's not all that's going on in Phoenix. USA Basketball is building a huge new $350 million training facility here. The over 10-acre site is scheduled to open in the fall of 2015. And guys, the Suns hoping those superstar players warm up to Phoenix in their time here.
Yeah, that couldn't hurt free agency. Thanks, Doris.
For the Suns last season, they exceeded their Vegas over-under for wins with 50 games to go. Wow. A lot of people figured they'd tank for a pick. Instead, I think they shocked the league.
Bledsoe right side. Morris dishes to Tucker. Over to the wing. Bledsoe passes to Plumlee. And Tucker kicks to Bledsoe to the middle. Out that one in. And the Timberwolves lead is down now to just 3 on the bucket from Plumlee.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Wiggins. And he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 6.
It just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, defenders have to show more fight on the interior. He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
The drive by Rubio. Morris with the this one. Ricky Rubio, an incredible passer, but his scoring is lying hard. In fact, one of the worst field goal percentages in modern history of the NBA.
Yeah, that's really an incredible figure, Kevin. Since 1965, he's one of 3 players to reach 5,000 career minutes while shooting under 38%. I mean, he's improved year after year. He's got a long way to go to wrap that efficiency up.
Suns trail by 5. Dragic dishes to Bledsoe. Tucker the pass to Bledsoe. And Tucker kicks to Plumlee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No team was pushing them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
Green, he's checked in for Phoenix. Minnesota also making some changes. Anthony Bennett's checked in for Young. Brewer comes in for Kevin Martin. And Mo Williams subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And they go to the intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Morris. Wiggins passes to Bennett. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record at 23-29 against the rest of the West. Indeed, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
Thomas checked in for the Suns. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dames checked in for Nikola Jokic. Almost, but it rolls out. Minnesota leading by 3. It's Williams with the drive. Thomas with the block. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Lenz checked in for Phoenix. Warren comes in for Goran Dragic. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Levine's checked in. Williams dishes to Jang. Knocked away. Fires from the wing. Again, the miss by Williams.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's Warren with the jam.
See the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. It's momentum building.
There's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Able to make mistakes like that here in games. Well, legal screen is one of the toughest for the official to.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have something for the referees when they have to make calls like that. They get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And Anthony Bennett picks up the foul. Green. Good on the triple. They got us for a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, are so evenly matched. I think this could go right down to the wire. It's been a tough quarter for him. He has not been able to make a shot here.
Here is Tolliver.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
Feeds it to Bennett. Here's Tang. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Rebound by Williams for Minnesota. They've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And it kicks to Levine. Outside Williams. Here's Levine. The kick out to Williams. And that one's on target from the wing. Williams has got 7. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. 2K Sports. Back in a moment here from the U.S. Airways Center.
sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it, and not only does he do it, he powers it down from there.
The timing of these plays is phenomenal. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the back. Young is out there, Begovic, and it's Wiggins in at the three. Young, a screen on Watson. Outside, Martin. It's up a three. There's Begovic. Phoenix, it's the miss.
This is why you need size inside. The ability to contest shots and force misses.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Even when you're getting close, still a tough shot. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. You got to get their defense in gear.
Puts up the baby hook. Begovic with another miss.
Huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Rubio, the pass to Young. In low to Martin. And he puts in the layup off the glass.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Bledsoe against Rubio. Bledsoe dishes to Morris. Puts up the baby hook. Again, Phoenix.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement, generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Look at the Morris twins out there, Marquis and Marcus. Defensively, you got to check those jersey numbers just to make sure you know who you're guarding.
The Suns making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Pekovic, a tan short, but it's good off the front iron. And Markieff Morris, a little taller, a little bigger, 6'10", 245, but he and Marcus still get confused for one another all the time.
Still waiting for the day they swap jerseys at halftime and one of them is in foul trouble. But who knows? Man, that was a real
Mark it up.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just one or two plays down the stretch.
Bledsoe kicks the drive. And Tucker has it in the corner. That's it, coming off an assist from Tucker. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Young's shot is up. Suns lead by 3. Goes up on the elbow. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the with the bucket.
Consecutive baskets have come to rim. Defense had better start buckling and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting us right now.
Takes the pass. In the corner, it's Morris. So, another 3 for Phoenix.
They're 6th on consecutive 3-ball. They're fine holes in this defense.
Pretty easy to correct and start making the right rotation.
Here's Young. Drilled from 11 feet out.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
They set the pick. And play stop Chris on what looks to be an illegal screen.
You know, that turnover right there isn't typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. So really good job taking care of the ball.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're losing by 2. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Martin. Begovic with a screen.
disadvantage. I thought for sure he would be blocked.
Not this fella, Steve. Not at this stage of the game. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way.
There's a screen. Begovic against Dragic. Rocket 6. Here's Plumlee. Somehow ignores the tight D and misses the layup. Plumlee's got 10 points in just the second half. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Young. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. And Young, here we go. It's stolen by Morris. Dragic with it. Gordon now and Rubio. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Morris. Back to Dragic. Rocket 6. Bledsoe outside. Here's Plumlee.
Crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
For Minnesota, it's gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid hits for them. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Young passes to Begovic. And it's Dragic with the rebound. And foul call. Looks like they had a good point to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain it. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. 11 seconds left in the fourth, and he commits the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Yes!
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no question, the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
Second one is good. Seen both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Here's Rubio. It's in. And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
Well, Goran, congratulations on the win tonight. A game where you certainly had some nice bench production. What does it take for this team to play at its best?
I mean, everybody's playing hard, you know, even the guys on the bench, you know, we need everybody, even including the bench. Everybody has to be focused, play hard, and especially in defense.